Do you charge for this? Because a few people I know will charge for quotes, which I don't think's right. Let me know in the comments if you think that is too much. It's just so annoying that people think you'll do it for nothing. Am I right for replying like that? Obviously, we are now 5 days down the road and I've not heard from him again. I mean, on these Facebook groups you get, I'm a handyman, I can mow your grass, I can paint your gutters, I can do your plumbing, I can change your tap, there's so many little handymen, DIY guys that will do jobs for various people on Facebook. But there is a reason why I do not do any jobs that come in from Facebook or Facebook Marketplace or these local groups where there's the town that you live in and there's a notice board. And don't get me wrong, there seems to be a lot of people that do jobs that come through there and they do all right out of it, but I don't. And there is a very good, valid reason why I steer clear of those sort of jobs. Let's have a little bit of a van chat, and I'm going to have a little bit of a rant, and yeah, let me know in the comments if you relate to exactly what I'm about to say. I'm Mark, this is Real World Plumbing, this is one of my van chats. If you're not already, please get subscribed to the channel, give this video a thumbs up if you like it, drop a comment in down below, get involved with the chat because I love to hear people's views on this subject of, do you do jobs for people on Facebook groups? Van chat time, and it's a little bit of a rant, but before I go into it, I want to say a massive thank you to everybody that got involved in the last van chat that I'd done, where we were talking about deposits and payments and whether you've had people not pay you and how much of a deposit you take on jobs, etc., etc., because it's made me sort of reevaluate slightly how I go about stuff like that, and as I said before, I don't take deposits on jobs, but I think I'm going to start doing it. And funny enough, I went to see Dave Bishop this morning for an extension that he's starting, and I need to do some plumbing on it, and I was speaking to him about it, and he doesn't take deposits either, or he has, or very rarely. So what I think I'm going to do in the next coming weeks is get Dave in here, do a slightly different van chat, maybe get us both in the van, mic'd up, turn the camera so it's picking both of us up, and have a bit of a drive out and have a bit of a chat about, it's just such a good subject. So I think I'm going to do that. Also, while I'm driving along filming and chatting to the camera, I've had a few people dropping the messages in the comments saying you shouldn't be driving along talking to a camera. That you can. This is not an issue. How do you think Top Gear film it? How do you think all the social media car content creators on YouTube film their in-car shots? It's not a problem. So just for those few people that said you shouldn't be driving along chatting, everyone drives on chats and looks at the screen on the radio or looks at their clock, so just quickly glancing into the camera, it's not a problem. Right then, let's get on to this subject of the jobs on Facebook. Let me give you a little bit of a context to it, and then we're going to get to the point where I replied back to someone, and I'll put all the screen grabs on the screen for you to sort of follow this along, and I think it's really interesting. So first of all, why do I not take jobs from Facebook? So what I found, fortunately for me, I've got plenty of work through word of mouth and local people knowing. I've been working in my own local area for 20 plus years for myself. People know the van, they know I'm trustworthy, they know do a good job, etc. So there are people that will do jobs from Facebook, not knocking them at all, but it's just not for me. The reason being is the very few times I've took jobs from Facebook or replied to people on Facebook who want stuff doing, they want stuff doing for super cheap. For instance, someone will be on there going, can someone fit me an outside tap? Someone may go on and go, yeah, I can fit an outside tap. Interesting enough, drop in the comments below, what do you charge for an outside tap? just fitted under a kitchen sink. Bearing in mind you've got to put isolation valves on, you've got to put double check valves on, the time for doing it, buying the equipment, etc, etc. So someone will go onto Facebook and they will go, yeah, I can do that for say 120 quid. Whereas you'll also get someone on Facebook say, I can do that for 50 quid. You couldn't even get the materials for 50 quid and earn 20 quid doing it. You know, by the time you've got your copper, your fittings, your isolation valves, your double check valves, your outside tap, your wall plate. So, you know, people seem to want something for nothing when it comes to Facebook. Anyway, people will tag me in posts, do you know a plumber? And I would just go, sorry, I'm too busy, or sorry, you know, I can't get there, it's not for me. However, last week, if you can hear that rain, it's starting to rain and hail and everything now, so hopefully it's not coming through on the mic. So last week, a Facebook post pops up in my local Warwick notice board, and I'll put it on the screen here, and I'll try and remember roughly what it said. From what I can remember, you can read it here, but what I can remember, there's a guy who's got a HMO and it's fed from a combi. It's got three bathrooms on it. They've added a shower onto it. Since adding that on, they now have got no water pressure to the showers upstairs. Obviously, the more things you add on, the more that pressure in that main and the flow rate is going to go down. Does anybody know, I think you put in it, does anybody know a good person, a good plumber that can come out, diagnose the problem, tell us what we need to rectify it, etc, etc. So, I've read this. Now, again, I'll add in a little bit of a bit of B-roll here. I got a Salamander AquaScan. If you don't know what the Salamander AquaScan is, this is it. It's a digital 4-in-1 water manometer that will test flow rate, flow pressure and standing pressure, water flow, peak flow, temperature and water hardness. You attach it onto an outlet and you can put that onto various different outlets throughout the property, and it will give you an accurate digital readout of the parameters that you've got. You can then turn various appliances on and the pressure will drop, and you can have it digitally record it. And what comes with this AquaScan is a little booklet where you write down bedroom 1, flow rate into this ensuite tap was this much, bedroom 2, bathroom, shower flow rate, gives you all the parameters. However, this bit of equipment, us as plumbers, this bit of equipment isn't a cheap bit of equipment. It's, I don't know, I think they're 250 quid, 300 quid, but it saves so much time, and you've got all the information, all the data to be able to then work out what the problem is. So that's the digital AquaScan. So I reply back to this guy on Facebook, hello mate, I'm a local plumber and I can diagnose this problem for you. I can give you some options on how to rectify it, etc, etc. Here's my number. So the following day I get a phone call, guy on the phone, hello mate, is that Mark the plumber? Yeah. You replied to my post on Facebook. It's like, right, okay then. Give me a little bit of a brief overview of it. Now, this is the key bit. When he's talking to me, he says, we've got a 50-year-old house, and I said, what size cold main have you got coming in? He's got a 15mm cold main coming in, or small pipe, as he said, coming in. He's not sure if the incoming main feeds 2 houses. However, it's a HMO, he's renting rooms out in it. It's being fed off this combi. He's feeding 2 or 3 bathrooms. He's got the electric shower, a couple of mixer showers, and and also on the phone he said he's got another shower in the house, but that's not affected. I said to him, doesn't matter, the equipment I've got, what I can do, this is what I said to him on the phone, what I can do is come round to your property, bring the digital multimeter that I've got, we can connect it on various outlet points, take readings, standing pressure, working pressure, we can go through all of it, check where everything is, and then what I can do after that is I can give you the information we need and go through Salamander, and they do home boosts, which you boost the main to a system with a combi on, or failing that, we can put a tank boost in place. We can look at all the different options, but first of all we need to know what's going on. Now he said to me on the phone, yeah, hopefully you'll be able to fix the issue quite cheap. And I said, well, we don't even know what the issue is yet. Then he's carried on to me and he said, do you charge for this? Because a few people I know will charge for call outs, which I don't think's right. Charge for quotes, which I don't think's right. And I said to him, well, it's not a quote that you're getting. You want me to investigate a problem that you've got with the incoming main and your flow rates and your flow pressures. So I'm basically coming out to fault find. And yes, there is a charge for this. Now I said to him, I sort of got a feeling that he didn't want to pay, and the things he said, like he wanted it cheap fix and asking me if I charge because other people, he said, I think from memory it was something like some people want to charge to come out and look at jobs, to which I said to him, I'm not coming out to look at it, I'm coming out to give you a diagnostic. So I said to him, it'd be 120 quid for the first hour, and then if it goes longer than that it would be, I think I said 50, 60 quid an hour after that. I said, however, to be honest, I'll probably be able to do it in the first hour. To which he's gone quite quiet on the phone, and then he's gone, okay, thanks a lot. And I said to him, well, send me over your details, your address and name, email address, phone number, contact details, and then I can look in the diary later on tonight and get back to you with a date to come round. Left it at that. He's hung up. A few hours later, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking he doesn't want to pay for someone to come out and diagnose the problem, diagnose what it is, diagnose the solution, give him the options for the solution. He doesn't want to pay because you get that feel. This is the Facebook thing I'm talking about. So I've just sent him a message, and I'll put this little bit on the screen now. I sent him this message. I think it was something like, "Did you want to book in with me for me to come out next week?" And then you can see his reply. I think it's something like, "Yeah, I'll have to check with my missus to see if she's happy spending £120." At that point, I knew he didn't want to pay for me to come out and do the job, or to fault find, to diagnose the job. And you'll see now the reply that I sent him. Don't worry about it. If you're expecting a professional plumber to come out with the correct diagnostic equipment and years of experience to test the incoming main, diagnose the issue and give you various options on how to solve this issue and not want to pay for this like you hinted at on the phone, you are very much mistaken. Even mentioning you wanted it fixing cheap. It's not a job for me. I run a business, not a charity. So I've replied that. Let me know in the comments if you think that is too much, or it's just us as tradespeople saying, it's just so annoying that people think you'll do it for nothing. And that was the reply. So just let me know in the comments if you think that was too much, or am I right for replying like that? Obviously we are now 5 days down the road, and I've not heard from him again. So I am keeping my eye on the Facebook notice boards to see if he pops up again, because it's not, I mean, on these Facebook groups you get, I'm a handyman, I can mow your grass, I can paint your gutters, I can do your plumbing, I can change your tap, there's so many little handymen, DIY guys that will do jobs for various people on Facebook. But that was the reply that I sent to him. I'm just interested to hear people's views on it, because people seem to think that they can get advice from us as tradespeople. So he was wanting me to go out, give him the advice, give him the answers, give him the data for that issue to be sorted out. Now, let's say I went out there and he paid me and I went and looked at it. I'd have then given him all the readings. I'd have then gone through the Salamander booklet, and what you get with the AquaScan is a booklet that will sort of point you in the right direction to what you need for that system. It will go, right, this home boost will deliver 12 litres per minute. These tank boosts will then be able to deliver 18 litres a minute constant for X amount of outlets, and you work from there. But he just didn't want to pay for the advice that he's going to get. So I dare say he might get someone off Facebook, a handyman that can also mow your lawn and paint your fence while you're there, and he'll go, yeah, that's not going to work, or I don't know what's wrong with it, mate, I don't know what's wrong with it. So it'd be interesting to see if he does ring back. It could have been him on the phone when I've been recording this. You never know, it could be him. So yeah, let me know in the comments. Let me know if you've enjoyed this. Let me know what you think. Let me know your views on it, because it's a really interesting topic. But the fact it played out like that, and that is the reason why I may be massively sort of branding everyone with the same, what is it, tarring everyone with the same brush. But it seems to be every time this sort of thing happens via Facebook, people want something for nothing. So yeah, drop in the comments, let me know, and I shall catch you on the next van chat.